Welcome back to part 3. Today we're just going to continue on with the project. So we have now done 2 or 3 rows, as you saw in part 1. I did the foundation chain. Part 2, I did the row following that. So anyways, we're going to start back, and I like to stick my finger where the hook's going to go. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to continue like that down the blanket. Something else that I do when I'm working on my stitches is when I yarn over, I've got 2 on the hook, yarn over, pull through. Whenever I pull through that loop, I always tighten before I go to the next loop. It's kind of just something I do automatically as I'm bringing the hook into the next loop, but that way I get nice even stitches. Once the product is finished, it looks nice and even. Decided that the pattern for this blanket is going to be 2 variegated skeins followed by 1 skein of a solid color that's in the variegated pattern, and then I'm going to do a different variegated. So I think I'm going to do the gray variegated, green variegated, and blue variegated, and then that will be it. But since it is a baby blanket, I'm not sure if I just want to do gray variegated, maybe a total of 6 gray variegated, and then I might do maybe 8. I need to count my son's blanket and another baby blanket that I've done, which was 8 skeins, but I might do 2 variegated gray, 2 light gray, 2 variegated gray, and 2 light gray, and then call it quits with that at 8. And then, you know, because I feel like a baby blanket probably shouldn't be bigger than 8 skeins, so we'll see. All right, so we're going to add on the next ball of yarn. Normally what I do is I will take the next skein, I'll take the yarn from the next skein, loop it like this, put it on my hook, and pull through. That will leave tails on the end that I have to weave in. So the other day someone commented on my live and said, why don't you tie a knot and then just continue? Because I told her I wasn't really wanting to burn my ends, because I don't want to breathe in the burnt material. So I started trying the tied method. I pull on the 2 short ends like this, and then I pull on the longer ends, and then again on the short, and just get it as tight as possible. Then I take my crafting scissors, which right now my crafting scissors are just a giant pair of scissors. And then I just keep going. So we'll see how it turns out with this. I started doing it on a blanket yesterday or the day prior, and it wasn't too bad. So see, those loops, or that tied end ended under the loops there. So it won't always work out like that, but for the most part, it's been blending in pretty well. And then chain 1. All right, so that is going to be be the end of video 3, which was finishing that first ball of yarn and then adding on the second ball of yarn. So stay tuned for the next part where I will continue to work on the blanket. I'll show you how I change colors from this variegated to the ball of gray yarn, and then we'll continue on with the blanket. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Stay tuned for part 4. Thanks again for joining.